My name's Jay and welcome back to another episode of my Turbo Mustang project.
The Mustang, run!
Today's the day, folks. Last drive under Ford power. Oh. Go to work. Well, here we go, ladies and gents. Another episode of my Mustang project, and we're finally taking the car to the workshop. So this is it. Last drive under Ford power. As you might be able to see anyway from the pleasant green outside. I don't live in the city. We've got about 20 miles to go until we get to concrete and crime. So I'm going to enjoy this last bit. I'm going to miss this noise. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are rolling into the estate now. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I'm going to miss some of this, but whatever. Onwards and upwards, eh? Oh, can you hear those sporty brake pads? I don't know how well they come across on camera, but since I'm not going to use this thing on track really anymore, because let's face it, it's going to be useless. I think they're coming out and we'll put some normal ones back in. But yeah, Tisley short course has been completed and it's time to park up, and I'll go through a couple of things with you while we're outside. Right then, let me show you a bit about what we're removing from this thing. More importantly though, show a bit of that B-cam idle. I know that's well popular on YouTube. Idle videos, watch them myself. Wives don't understand. Anyway, if I can do this one-handed, it's going to be pretty tricky. Oh, I can. Done it a few times now. So yeah, that's what's going away. Let me turn the car off and I'll talk to you a bit about it. Right, this is what we're about to remove then. This is a small block Ford, 5 litre, known famously for falling in half, or the block for falling in half at around 500 horsepower, but other than that, it's been pretty good. Well, I say it's been pretty good to me. It's broken a lot, but since I rebuilt it about 18 months ago, it's been really good. Made 300 and something horsepower at Greg's dyno, Pro Tuner. It's got Ford Racing B-cam, Edelbrock Performer RPM intake, it's got KB pistons, high compression. I think it worked out at around 10.5 to 1 with the heads that are on it. Ford Racing GT40X heads. What else has it got? It's got some shorty headers of some kind on it. 1.7 roller rockers. Can't think, that's pretty much it. ARP bolts on everything because I got carried away when I built it, and the bolts for a Ford are a lot cheaper than the bolts for an LS, I'll tell you that much. Oh, BBK 75mm throttle. Used to have a CNL airflow meter kit on it, but since I've changed the ECU to an Emerald, the airflow meter's gone in the bin where it belongs. Not running a Dizzy, as some of you Ford guys might know. We've got an Explorer cam sensor, basically just to drive the oil pump and block the hole off, and it runs coil packs. I think they're off of Focus, but they're genuine Bosch parts, and they were pretty cheap, so they do the job just perfectly. Yeah, let's face it, the only reason I'm getting rid of the Ford is I'm just going to get in the car and shut the door, because Colin's bolt making machine's pretty noisy out here, so I've got myself a brew as well. I came prepared for this. So 1 minute. Oh, old man body getting into this thing. A bit old for sporty seats now, but give me a minute. Well, here we are, back inside the car, sheltering from the noise. Yeah, I was just trying to say the only reason that I'm not going to be running a Ford is just cost. You know, these engines famously crack in half at around 500 horsepower, which, you know, it's not really what I'm looking for anymore. Obviously you can build these strong, but you know, the cost of a Dart or whatever block, you know, my whole LS is built for the price of the block, never mind the pistons, the heads, you know, there'd be nothing Ford left in it by the time you made it strong enough to take 1,000-ish horsepower. So, you know, I'm not one of those people that gets weird about different engines in different cars. So, I mean, I used to be, but I seem to have grown out of it. So, you know, you've got that to look forward to, children who get angry. Yeah, when I had AE86s, I was fully that guy that got angry about SRs and stuff, but doesn't matter anymore, don't care. Yeah, so as I was saying, I don't hate Fords or anything, it's just financially for me it makes sense. So that's what's happening. I mean, another thing I'm going to miss in this thing is the gear shifter. Let me try and demonstrate this because it's actually really good. Yeah, it's got an MGW short shifter on it, and I've never felt anything quite like it. It is absolutely fantastic. It causes you to miss gears sometimes, but you know, the feel of it, I don't mind. And maybe I'll get one for the new gearbox, which I haven't talked about much on video yet, but we'll explain that later when we come to mount the engine and gearbox in a couple more days time, or next week. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. The car made it to Birmingham. It's going to live here now, I guess, until it drives out of here with Chevy power. So I'll catch you in the workshop when we're taking the engine out. Fast forward to the next day. Had a day already wrestling cars, but now it's night time. It's time to just whip this engine and gearbox out, because that seems like a good way to leave it for the weekend. So it's not like I haven't done it a few times. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. So let's get on with draining things and empty this engine bay, ready for a new heart. So we'll have a little interlude because Starkey's just found something on his car. Oh no, night shot, hang on, turn to green, 1 sec, there we go, back to daylight.
Someone
what have you found, Rich?
A harmonica.
Where is it?
In my grills.
That's a funny thing to drive around with in your grill, isn't it?
At first I thought it was a lighter.
I mean, that's a very strange thing to attach different. Why have you done that?
It wasn't me. Some prankster. Pranksters.
I know a man.
Probably Mr. Taylor.
Oh,
He loves a good prank.
Got
Once
him.
upon a time, I asked him to look when my horn wasn't working. So he wired my indicators to my horn and said it was fixed. It was not.
of course he did.
It is
Anyway, back to
prankster.
business. That's in for a hard life if it goes back on, eh? It's always the gearbox oil that gets you, isn't it? Oh, why did I forget to do that? Now I stink. I was so excited before that happened. I've managed to only spin one drop of oil, and yeah, forgot to drain the gearbox, and now it looks like I'm taking an engine out on the floor, which I was trying to avoid because I didn't want to clean it up, but cracking on. Right, that's where we should have been about 15 minutes ago before I made this mess, so let's pull this gearbox out. I love these things. Only 4 bolts hold them in. Cool. Tell you what I'm not going to miss about Ford. Made up sockets. At least it'll all be Imperial when it's got a Chevy in it. 1/2 inch. Taking me longer to find a spanner to undo the starter motor than it has to take the engine out. Ridiculous. Stupid. Well, here we are about 2 hours later. Only thing hopefully left to do is stick a strap around the engine and yoink it out on the forklift. We'll be using the pull and see what's connected technique, so hopefully it's going to work out for me and nothing too expensive gets broken. Let's do it.
Do you want to put the arms together a bit more?
I could do, couldn't I?
I can't see a lot here, so you know.
What we're saying is you're about to write my car off.
Now.
Just remember how good the front end of this car looked in 15-20 minutes?
Yeah.
Why did you come and get my engine crane?
Well, because we've committed now. I like the forklift. Right, keep coming. Tiny little bit, tiny little bit. About 10 centimetres. Stop there. Let's see if we can hook this up.
Well, let's put it in reverse just in case that's
And drop the things a little bit.
angle or drop.
Drop, angle, whatever. Angle, stop. Angle.
What shack's happens this bit forward, Jez?
Yeah, we're good still. We're good. I don't squash my core packs. Right, let's stop there for a minute.
Judder's a bit like that, so a bit sketchy that is.
There'll be a pipe or something down the back way.
What do we do before we have forklift?
Use an engine crane like a normal person.
The thing with asking Craig for a hand is he's very, very helpful, but also you're going to get ripped to bits.
Yeah, I'm just helpful. Jay Gibbs is as good as he gets. We spent many hours in the back of that thing over there going places, commenting on stuff. Normally, it always ends up on one person. Normally,
Yeah. Yes, someone's getting picked on.
This looks very unbalanced, so it could be interesting. Do you want to try going up?
try.
Or angle up sounds good. Let's see how.
Don't do it.
There we go.
Oh,
Yes, see what happens. Stop. Oh no, it's moving.
let me tilt a bit more, just so that I don't want it to slide off.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say stop if you want to stop.
No good so far. Gearbox are all undone. It's that exciting noise. It's just a brake pipe. Carry on. Starter motor. Didn't need that.
You might need to push the bonnet open a bit more.
Yeah, we'll deal with that when we. Now what? Okay, clear.
Oh, it's got a flip top lid.
Basically Japanese.
It is Japanese. Look, oh, you can't see the writing. It's not there anymore. Right, clear.
Full speed.
Not full speed. I strap this. It's going to go through this pallet, isn't it?
You need an old tyre really. Sit in an old tyres. You got an old tyre?
Yeah.
No, there's some wood. I'm
So,
not stocky. I'm not going to. Well, that's that then, isn't it? No longer is it powered by Ford. I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest. You know, the amount of time and effort and energy I've spent making this work and then making that exhaust, which is quite nice still if you ignore the fact that we didn't remake. But yeah, we spent ages making that to pass noise regulation at Donington and did one track day, so that was well worth the 500 quid or whatever it was in pipe to make.
well, don't feel bad because there was definitely a lot more nights, days, and weekends spent here getting that engine to run as it was for the ring, and then didn't go. So
Yeah, it's been a complete letdown, hasn't it? This car, hate this car.
So maybe this is the problem.
This is what it deserved, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, in your face, car. This what it deserved. Well, it's now the morning after the night before. It's just after 8 in the morning, and my days, I've got a mess to tidy up before we start work today. So yeah, I guess I better get on with that. Let me put this down. Oh, let me just make sure we're not getting robbed. 1 minute. Right, as I was saying before the FedEx man came, I've got quite a lot of mess to tidy up here, and only about 45 minutes to do it now, so I better actually get on with it. So all that's left to be said is thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, don't be mean, and next week we're going to be doing something quite a bit more exciting with a bit of luck. See you next time.
At Driftworks, we've helped over 50,000 happy customers since 2004. Our huge online parts store is simple to use, with superb shipping rates to anywhere in the world, and finance options available for UK customers. We live and breathe wheel fitment, so if you have any questions about your own car or any of our products before placing an order, please drop us an email at shop@driftworks.com or give us a call. Thanks for watching.